Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to another episode of Manifesting Muslimah. I'm your host, Zara Pedersen, and in today's episode, we are going to talk about verse 18, 19, and 20 from Surah al-Isra, the night journey. Surah al-Isra, verse 18, 19, and 20. And before I begin, as usual, the Quran translation that I'm using is the one from the Quran journal that I am selling. It's linked absolutely everywhere. It is translated by Maulana Wahiduddin Khan, and it is a journal because, let me see if I can, it's a big book. You can, as you can see here, if you're watching the video, take notes next to the relevant ayah. Yeah, I heard you, and I'm pretty sure the people heard you as well. Okay. Sorry about that. She's in heat and she is feeling a little spicy. Not me, the dog, by the way. the dog. Okay, anyway, so that's the Quran journal that I'm using. If you want one as well, check out the link in my bio. It is being sold as a printed copy for like a print on demand kind of situation on Amazon, and it's also a digital version if you prefer that. Okay, so without further ado, I really want to get into this. By the way, if you're watching the video, I don't know what is going on. Something with the angle today is not really working, so it looks a little bit weird to me, but whatever. We're just going to still go for it because my whole business is not about perfection. It is just about like getting stuff out. Those of you who have ADHD, you might relate to that. Okay, let's get started because honestly, these three verses, these three ayats from the Quran, subhanallah, it makes you fall in love with Allah a little bit more. Like, I already love Allah so much, but it's like every time I learn something new about Islam, every time I learn something new about Allah, every time somebody, like, it reminds me of something, it makes me fall in love all over again. And every time I feel like I can't possibly love Allah more than I do, something like this comes along. So I'm sitting here today and I'm looking at like, okay, what should we talk about today? I've got a couple of different ayats that I'm like, okay, do I feel like talking on that one or that one and this one? And immediately when I read through these three ayats, I was like, that's the one for today. We all need this one because we all need this reminder. Okay, so let me just stop babbling and let me get into it. We start at verse 18 and it says, we give whatever we will to whoever desires immediate gains. But then we have prepared hell for him, which he will enter disgraced and rejected. Stay with me. That's not necessarily the ayat that makes you fall in love with Allah more. Then it continues, verse 19. Anyone who desires the hereafter and makes a proper effort to achieve it, being a true believer, shall find favor with God for his endeavors. Sorry, I have a cat here in my mouth. Still, beautiful, but not falling in love just yet. But then it continues in verse 20, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, upon all, both of these, those who desire the world and those who desire the hereafter, we bestow the bounty of your Lord. None shall be denied the bounty of your Lord. That immediate chills, immediate goose pimples all over, immediately making my heart jump at the bounty of Allah, the love Allah has for us, even like, and I'm not going to say like he has love for those who transgress, but even to the point that he's like, I know you're transgressing, but you will still not be denied my bounty, my abundance, my willingness to give, even if I will only give you in this dunya. I don't know about you, but immediately, the first time I read it, which is why I obviously I highlighted it, and then whenever I come back to it, it does the same thing for me over and over again, because this to me is a description of who Allah is, of his grace, of his abundance, of his willingness to bless us. And even though he knows that those who do not desire the hereafter, the transgressors, the disbelievers, unbelievers, whatever it is called, he knows that they're not going to get anything from him once they're in hell. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to give it to you in this dunya then. I will give it to you in this dunya, and everything you want, I will give it to you immediately. All the gains that you want. But because you only desire that, after that, you're going to get hellfire. But for the rest of us, inshallah, for those of us who are not going to go to hellfire, inshallah, bidnillah, say ameen, who desire the hereafter more than this world, we can still desire things for this world, and he will still give us, but there's something even better waiting for us on the other end, which means that we don't necessarily always get this immediate gain in this dunya. Sometimes we do, but other times he's asking us for more patience, to learn lessons, to grow, to whatever it might be, to strengthen our deen, our iman, because through that blessing and through that lesson within the blessing, we get the hereafter. So we don't just get the thing immediately. We don't say, give me riches, worldly, financial, monetized riches in this dunya, and then get it like this. We have to learn patience. We have to learn endurance. We have to strengthen our iman and our deen so that we don't stray once we have the money, so that we, keep to our morals and all of that stuff. Because we can still have the riches, but we're still desiring the hereafter. And Allah knows this, so he wants to give it to us in the best way possible. And yet, honestly, I keep coming back to it. Upon all and both of these, those who desire the hereafter and those that desire this world, we bestow the bounty of your Lord. None shall be denied the bounty of your Lord. None shall be denied the bounty of your Lord, meaning even the transgressors get to taste the bounty of Allah. They get to taste how good Allah is. Oh my God, it breaks my soul. It breaks my soul how cute Allah is. It breaks my soul that some people will never get to understand how incredibly generous that is of Allah. How incredibly generous that is of Allah. And subhanallah, and alhamdulillah that we are Muslim, so that we have a chance at bettering ourselves and our actions, and understanding that when we make a dua, even if it doesn't come immediately, it is because Allah knows that we are striving for the hereafter. So he doesn't just always give us the immediate gains of this dunya, because he knows that may not always benefit us. So sometimes there's a delay, or we call it a delay in this world. It is never a delay. It is exactly in its correct time that it'll arrive, because it is in his divine timing. But we don't understand that. We see this worldly time. We see January, February, March, April, May, right? We see the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th of the month. We see summer, spring, spring, summer, fall, winter. We see that crap, right? The meaningless crap of this dunya. So we don't see divine timing in the same way. So we see it as a delay, when in reality it comes at the right time. So when we see this quote unquote delay, we can remember that it is because Allah also desires for us the hereafter. We've spoken about that specific ayah as well in a previous podcast episode. You can go back and listen to, any of them. I can't remember which one it is right now. That's my brain. If you hate it, it's tough. But go back and listen to that, because Allah desires for us the hereafter. He doesn't desire for us this dunya. This is the test. He doesn't want us to sit in the test. He needs the test for us. We need the test for us. But he wants that hereafter for us. So when he's not giving you something immediately, it is because he also wants you to succeed in the hereafter. He doesn't want to punish you. He wants you to succeed. He wants you to get the best of the best in akhirah. And so he's not giving it to you always immediately. But just because those that you deem to be bad people in this dunya, the transgressors, the disbelievers, are getting the immediate gains, remember that after this dunya, this very, very short fart of a dunya, it doesn't even last long. It's, it feels like that sometimes to us now, because again, we don't have a concept of anything outside of this dunya. But they get it for like 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and then the rest of eternity is in hellfire, because that's all they wanted, is what they could get in this dunya. Meanwhile, you can get the dunya, but even more in the akhirah. So you will understand that that lesson, that pause before you get that thing, is immensely valuable. Not just for the blessing when it does arrive, but for the akhirah. Subhanallah. If you don't, like, I hope you're feeling the way that I'm feeling right now, inside of my soul, inside of my heart. The amount of love I have for Allah right now. The amount of regret I have for the stupid stuff I've done. But that's what happens to me, by the way. Every time I fall in love with Allah a little bit more, I'm like, oh, why did it take me so long to get to this point? You know, I'm like, why? I wasted so many years on dumb stuff on dunya when I could have had this. And I could have spent more time with this. But alhamdulillah, at least I'm here now. But jump into my soul for a minute, my darling. Just jump into my soul for a minute and feel what I feel. Because this is Allah. This is Allah. None shall be denied the bounty of your Lord. Meow. I love you, Allah. I love you so much. All right. That is all I have for you today. I hope that it was beneficial for you. I hope that this is exactly what you needed to hear. A little reminder, send this episode to somebody who needs to hear this. Somebody who's questioning Allah's compassion, His bounty, His abundance, His willingness to give. Share this episode with them, because I think we can all use that little reminder from time to time. My darling, thank you so much for joining me for another episode today. I will see you on Monday's episode, inshallah. But until then, my darling friend, please don't forget to live in love.